living black. Sometimes I forget and walk down the street jingling my keys, cheerful like. And certainly when I spy those geese, middle of October, pointed like a giant arrow, why, it takes the breath right out of me. So that's another time. I don't think, even for a minute, that I'm not just a regular person. That I am red blood shushing through my veins, just regular. You know the feeling. Watching the hummingbirds at the feeder I just put out in the morning sun. I hold my breath like everyone I expect. Inside, I don't feel anything different than any other body. But I did feel better when my sister was alive, and we would take those after-dinner walks for blocks and blocks. We talked so fast and so full of fire about our jobs and what the hell our grown kids were getting up to now. The darkness fell on us like a landslide, sometimes a mile from home. We hooked elbows and went on in sweet silence. Now alone, I don't walk in the evening. I make sure I get my groceries in the morning when the air feels to have a calm in it. But as the day wears on, something gets jumbly inside of me and in the air around me. I jump as the sirens begin. I lock the door with a thick lock Joe, my neighbor, got for me, and that's when I feel it, right here. I feel black. My skin jumps right out at me. When I rub my arms, I expect to feel black skin, but I don't feel anything but skin. And I have touched other colors, believe me, and they don't feel different to me. But I think they should. This skin seemed to have words written on it. This hair's saying something. I can feel the words lift right off me, making a young girl lose her smile, or an ordinary man reading them. I can see him thinking, she's easy, even at my age. But the time I was blackest was the night I had to drive Joe to the emergency, his heart again, and the police car following us all the way, till I jumped out and got the wheelchair. Then he moved on, slow, close as he could get to my car. It was midnight, and I think just from the feeder down in here, I turned a shade or two deeper. I never knew anything particular. I never knew I was anything in particular when I was a girl. Jews and the Chinese, the Filipinos, we all put our hands to our hearts for the pledge because we were all Americans. Turnpike. Past the dense wood with its hidden deer. Here's a little backstory. This is a trip from Pennsylvania where I grew up to Chicago, Illinois. Turnpike. Past the dense wood with its hidden deer. Past the rollaway farms that fall again into woodland. Past the barriers of conifers that beat back the winds. And over the Black River. Past the Sandusky mills. A worn-out life in a back pocket. Above the oil train, dark and lumbering, alongside the rude trucker with a sign in his rear window, upstairs, his name is God. sitting on a life in tatters, beaten by its engine. If it doesn't work, keep on doing it. Past the rest stops where cement parking lots only remain, and the whispered agonies of those who came and went. Past the road that leads to Coldwater, Michigan. Beneath snow clouds, then open sky, streaking by a 50-foot by 50-foot graveyard in the unholy center of acres of spent fields, the dead flying out into a single shaft of sunlight, instinct, that blind machine beating. Past Napanee and its clean bright cows and a lost gull dipping in confused circles. Goodbye to a washer on its haunches in the tree, and to prairies, 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 and the sun low outstretched over Mishawaka with its outlying trailers. Any dreams there were, dust beneath these wheels, ashes and graying hair. And if the army moves on its stomach, then a human on her dreams. Is this what we're brought to? A mouth in a line to the edge. This coming home to a strange city, spotty snow to the left and right, heading straight for darkness and the wide open eye of night.